Hello everyone, this is Oblivion and welcome back to another episode of Liminal Industries. So, I did fix this off camera, but I also wanted to put it in the video because this might be relevant for those that are playing along. You need a time in a bottle, and to get a bunch of sulfur, you could either automate the crucible recipe, which I don't really know how to automate the crucible, or you can use the fractionating still on light oil, which is one of these products. So, basically, the thing is, all of these fluids are basically unusable because I checked. You can't turn electricity back into rotational power. So normally there's this electric motor, but it's been disabled. So even if I did use the refined fuel in like a diesel generator or something, you can turn rotational power into electricity, but you can't turn electricity back into rotational power. So the only way that I'd get something useful out of using the refined fuel would be like buckets on this and then send it back to base. But that seems a bit silly. It's easier to just do more steam engines and either use cardboard or lava. So basically, all of the fluids that we don't use, we have to put in the nullifier. So we have heavy oil here, which is from the crude oil. The light oil comes into here, into this fractionating still, which gives us the sulfur and the refined fuel. And then the refined fuel goes into the nullifier, and the pyrolyzer produces creosote, which also goes in the nullifier. So basically the three fluids that we don't need, we just void. And then that means that we don't end up blocking up the tanks that I had here before. Basically, one tank would get full, and then I'd stop producing all of this stuff. And we actually need it for later on. So, I wanted to cover that, but I also wanted to have another ride on this on camera, which is always fun. But, additionally, between episodes, I wanted to get a fortune pickaxe so that we could fortune all of the ores that we teleport in. I was going to do it off camera, and the thing is that when you use an enchanting table, I'm pretty sure the role for the enchanting table is, what is it? It's when you open and close the world. I think if you open and close the world, you'll lose the role on the enchant table. So I went for Fortune 3 with my level 30 just sitting under the blocks at the husk spawner, and I ended up with all of these. So I got a very, very good pickaxe off camera, and it feels kind of weird. I also Alt F4'd just so I could like close the world before it saved and then maybe do it on camera. But when I loaded up the world again, I had it again. So make of that what you will. Anyways, in this episode, what I wanted to do or wanted to try was maybe go through and finish all of these quests. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think what we should just do is work on all these. So we're doing chapter 5. I don't think we need divided by 0. Why is it spicy is making the blaze cake, which is just grinding up netherrack. So we need to grind up the netherrack that we collected last episode. We need to grind up the end stone, and we also need to process the osmium. And I think we can grind the osmium as well. Also, we get a little quest on the side, which is just holding all of the ores in our inventory, which is a little silly, but whatever. So if we come over here, we have this guy, we have this guy, we have that, and then there should be one for copper. That's interesting. Is there no copper ore from the other realities? Anyways, so we're looking for osmium, which we have there, and we're also looking for all of the netherrack and all of the endstone. I think that'll be good. What can we do with ancient debris? Alloy smelter. What can we do with cobalt? We can get diamonds from cobalt in a foundry. That's interesting. I don't think we actually need cobalt. So, if we come over here, we can chuck all of this stuff in the crusher. And I'm not actually sure how much of each thing that we need. So, if I look at the next machine, I think the next machine requires the dark magic. So when a shadow gem block is right clicked with a chromatic compound, it will turn into shadow steel. So shadow gem blocks are shadow gems, which we make in the crucible, it seems. So charcoal, essence of death, and the empowered void crystal. We have these. What are these made out of? Zombie heart. So it seems that we have to summon a zombie brute and kill him. We might be able to do that. So zombie brute for this guy, and we also need diabase, liquid experience, and fluix dust, and blaze cake. So which one do we want to do first? Do we want to summon the guy? I think we can summon the guy first. Yep. So zombie brute, if I go... Why do I have netherrack in my inventory still? I thought I put it all in here. So if I look for summoning 101, moderate summoning? No. Oh, that's interesting. Summoning the brute is in this one. So 2 lesser soul gems and some rotten flesh. That's actually not that hard. I wonder if the brute does that much damage. So we have that, and we have that. And probably the charcoal and the flint and flint. So let's just go downstairs and summon him. I wonder how many we'll need. I also finally put slabs on top of these because I was sick of walking through them and getting spiked. So 2 of these, that. I might want to do like this, like an iron golem. Let's have a snack. Hello, come here. That was very easy. Let's do a few more just so we don't have to do it later. There, and then there, and this. So, how much of this chromatic compound do we need? Oh, that makes 4. Okay, we got 4 more. Let's just use most of them. Let's do 1 more. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Nope. I could probably break these. Okay, easy. Now we can consume those. We can chuck this away. We don't need that, don't need that. We do need these. We need these with rotten flesh, bone meal, and charcoal. So grab some bones, grab the charcoal, grab the rotten flesh. Let's turn all of these hearts into essence of death. I don't think they're used for anything else, are they? Glass hand. Not really. So we can turn all of this into essence of death. So we want the heart and the rotten flesh. Stir twice, bone meal, and then charcoal. So I'm probably going to do this wrong the first time. Are these not flammable? That's interesting. Let's hope I don't do it wrong the first time. So what was it again? I should bookmark it. So the heart and the rotten flesh. 1, 1. Then stir twice. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then 1. Perfect. So, rotten flesh, heart. Stir twice. 1, 2. And then 1. Nice. I'll be back when I finish all of these. Alright, we're on the last batch. 1, 2. The disconcerting thing is the colors are different every time you do it, so you're not sure if you did it wrong. Anyway, that's all of the Essence of Death that we got. Then we need Shadow Gems, so Charcoal, Empowered Void Crystal. Do I have any of those on me? I have 2. Why do I have so much tar? That was probably from playing around with the other thing. So, use for that, bookmark this recipe. So, 1 charcoal, Empowered Void Crystal Essence of Death, Soul Shard Essence of Death. Do I have soul shards? I don't have any soul shards, so we need some bone meal and some redstone. And then we're going to go stand next to the husk spawner for a few minutes. So I'm going to stop recording, stand next to the husk spawner, come back when there's a whole bunch of them, and then do the little ritual. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think that should be enough. And if I recall correctly, it's 2 redstone, 1 bone meal, unless I'm wrong. So let's go check the soul gem stuff. There's no Ars Ecclesia. ECLE. There's no Ars Ecclesia in here. Do I have the other fancy book, the one that you can change? Book. Eccentric Tome, that's right. Ars Ecclesia should tell me this thing. Yeah, it's the bone meal in the middle. Sorry, I just wanted to double check. Perfect. And now, if one of the zombies comes over, I can use the magnetism effect. Come here. What are you doing? If I hit you, then I get magnetism. Perfect. How many soul gems did I get? Oh, almost a stack. Very good. So now we could put this away, this. Let's take a little ride. Come down here. And then we want to do the, stick this in there. Shadow gem. We need at least 4 of these, right? So charcoal first. 1 and 1, 2 and 1. Charcoal first. Stir. 1 and 1. Stir. 2 and 1. Okay. So charcoal. Stir once. 1, 1. Stir another time. 2, 1. Perfect. Let's do that a few more times. So charcoal first. Actually, I just realized I only have one left of these. Stir once. 1, 1. Stir again. 2, 1. There we go. Now we go upstairs and we craft tar blocks. So if I look at the recipe for this and I look at the recipe for this guy, it is the void crystals and the tar. And grab all of my tar. And I grab all of my void crystals. Void. What are void crystals made out of again? Bookmark. Bookmark. So it's the black quartz. I do have some more of that. Very nice. Why do I have a crafting table upgrade? Did I remove it from... I didn't mean to do that. Then we have more tar. Very nice. I can chuck these void crystals in front of the thing and hit the button. Where is it? This side? 1, 2. Pew. Pew. There we go. We have these. We should be able to make these. Very nice. Use. Perfect. So we can do 9 at a time. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to do this. One, two, three, four. Pick that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's out of power, that's why. Well, if I gave this enough power, this would be definitely be faster. Unpack these guys, so we have 18. Perfect. I can leave that running. So let's go back down to make some more shadow gems. How many of these do I need? So, if I go look at chapter 5, dark magic, it'll turn into shadow steel. How much shadow steel does it turn into though? How much shadow steel do we need? Calx of end, so that's an ender pearl. Infinity rod. That's funny. You make one infinity rod and you can use it forever. Grains of infinity. Fire water? Fire water. How do I make fire water? Hold some flint in your hand and some deep slate or cobbled deep slate in your main hand, then shift right click a block of obsidian, crying obsidian, or a grindstone to produce early grains of infinity. So I can use deep slate and flint. Okay. Let's... Oh, that's because the mana pool is full. So, if I grab my wand and fill up this other mana pool, that might be useful for later. Feed the flowers. Then we do this guy and this. We do one each, or no, we do a charcoal, right? Then we stir. Then we do 1, 1. Then we stir again and we do 2, 1. There we go. We do a charcoal. Come on. We stir once, and then we do 1, 1. And we stir again, and we do 2, 1. That is not the right item. Whoops. I just chucked confusing powder in accidentally. Feels bad. We need one more. So stir once. 1, 1. Stir twice. 2, 1. Really? It's very frustrating. Stir once. 1, 1. Stir again. 2, 1. There we go. Finally. We have our shadow gem block. Very nice. Then we should be able to get our chromatic compound via blaze cake. So we need lava in a spout and the base, which is the grind up netherrack. So, I believe I have some sugar in my backpack. I do. Then we want cinder flour. Do we need an infinite source of lava? It would be convenient, but I don't think we need it. Do I have a spout? Do I have any glue? Glue, this, and this. This. Perfect. We want a depot, which is just a casing and alloy, like so. We probably want a pump and a drain. Drain is the casing and an iron bar. So we do this. Then we stick it somewhere with power. Let's do it like here. That. And then we want gears and pipes. 1, 2, nope. 2. We do that there. We do an item drain, or we could do the item drain here. How do we get power to it? Like this, I guess. Where's my wrench? That. We want shaft and gearbox. Where's my gearboxes? There they are. And shafts, I think, are in here. Yep. One of these. Nope. Come on. Please. Thank you. There we go. Now we have a pump into there, and now we should be able to chuck that on there. Then we can do that. And we can do this and this. Interesting. We want cake. The base needs to be pressed. Okay. Do I have a press? Into a basin? I don't think I do. Can I put one here? Do I need to put one there, or could I put it somewhere else? Oops. There we go. Give me that back. Do I have a press in my backpack? No. Maybe I have a press somewhere placed down. Is this a press into a basin? No, that's a mixer into a basin. Can I turn you into a press into a basin? We do this. And we do this. There we go. Then we do that and that. Very nice. I just made sugar blocks. Does it need to be heated? Cake. No heating. Interesting. Sugar cubes. I did not want that. Maybe I need to remove the output. That is not what I meant to do. There we go. That. Then we do 1, 1, 2. Very nice. And then we do this. Then we can chuck all of this in. Cool. So we have a bunch of blaze cake bases. I don't know if I need that many. Let's put this away. Let's go stick this guy on there. And now, what do I need the blaze cake for? I needed it for the enchanting thing, right? So chromatic compound is this. Fluix dust. I need some Certus quartz crystals. Do I have any Certus dust? I do. We can stick this in here to get charged, right? Fluix is the charged plus the skystone, yeah. We can grab this out, unpack those. We have blaze cakes, we have an empty bucket. Very nice. We can stick these in there. We want this and that. Let's put these away for now. Put that away, and that. All of this. We don't need those. We do need that. Don't need all that. Don't need that right now. All these. I have a bunch of ice in there. That reminds me, I need the ender pearls, right? No, not that recipe. It's one of these, right? Shadow steel, powdered obsidian. Okay. I know I need ender pearls for something. Is that all of the ender dust I got out of the end stone? That's not much. Ender dust gets magma crucibled and then gets chilled. So I need a magma crucible like right here. Magma crucible. Let's put that in the bookmarks. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. Pewter ingot and a rune of water. Okay. So we have Fluix crystals. We should be able to get grinded up Fluix. Put that in there. Do I have a rune of water? Rune of water. That one. I need a fish. Well, there's so much that I have to do just to get this bloody magma crucible. What do I need the ender pearls for again? No, I need it for something. Not that. Oh, reinforced alloy. I needed it for the calx of end, that's why. So, we need... How much time have I gone? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am almost at time, so I have 5 minutes. We can get pretty far through. So grab the Fluix dust, grab this, grab the osmium, I guess. Where's the osmium? Osmium. Do I have any pewter left? Pewter, no. Do I have lead and iron? Probably. Do I have lead? I do. Let's grab all of this. Let's put... So, pewter is... Okay. So I need 6 sets. 6 and 12. Stick that away, put that away. I don't really want fences in here. I think that was for the cow. So that's making the stuff for the pewter ingots and stuff. We need a rune of water, right? Yeah, so mana steel, mana powder. Mana steel, mana powder. Water. We need the fish. We need the sugar cane and the bowl of water. The bowl and the water should be pretty easy. Bowl. Water. 1, 2. Stick that in there. 1, 1. Let's look at this again. Fish. Puffer fish. It's funny. I know that we need to do a summon. Summoning a cod. So we need another bowl of water. So many bowls of water, you know? This, stick that on there. What was it? It was the bone meal, and it was 2 soul shards. Bone meal, 2 soul shards, and of course charcoal. Give me the fish, please. What else do I need for this? Sugarcane. And I also need to... I'll get to you in a second, fishy. Actually, here you go. Put the fish there. And then we want to grab our wand, which we have here. Is this working? Yes, it is. I think. No, it's not. That one's working. This one's not. We need the living rock, one of these, and we need to whack it. So that. Perfect. Now we could make 2 crucibles if we wanted to. We should be able to grab the pewter. There we go. We can make the crucible like so. I'm pretty sure we have some nether brick that we got from the blaze spawner. Where is it? Nether bricks, obsidian, perfect. We want to grab this. Oops. Did we do that one? We did do that one. What are we missing? We're missing this. I don't think aluminium's used for anything else except for these coils, so I'm just going to make a few of them. Magma crucible. Let's do this. Let's grab an LV. Where's my LV stuff? LV. So I don't have any connectors. There we go. Is there a limit to the number of things that a relay can do? Doesn't seem that way. Let's go look at this and this. So, in theory, I should be able to do, like, I don't know, this guy here, relay here, wire from there to there and there to there. Perfect. So this has power. We want to dump force into that, input into this. We want to disable this and pick him up. That is not what I wanted to happen, but anyways. So this is disabled on the bottom. We are accepting it in the left, which would be the resonant ender, which is this. And we have the ball cast, which can go in there. And we will get ender pearls. So we have this guy done. We have this guy done. We almost have this guy done. So what do we need for this? We need the liquid experience and we need the diabase. So how do we get the liquid experience? I think we do the disenchanter, which if I saw, I was looking at this earlier, it's just sandpaper on the copper casing. So we do this, this, and then sandpaper. Like that. I thought it would consume the whole thing. I don't really want a piece of sandpaper. And then we want to do like a pump. And then this. We want to put these away. And we want the pipes and the cogs. Cog. Yep. looks stupid, but let's do this. Remove that. We want liquid experience, fluid dust, and dye base. So sawdust and clay. We have a lot of sawdust. I don't know if we have any clay. We do have clay. We have 9,000 sawdust. Okay. Very easy. Oops. Like so. Let's put that in there. How much dye base does it take for the chromatic compound? Compound. Interesting. Is that not what it's called? It is. Weird. Doesn't say chromatic compound, it says liquid experience for the recipe. Seems like that should be fixed. So one of that. Where did it get the experience? Did it get it from me? And the fluix dust, which is there. Nope. If I stand on this, yeah. There we go. And this is meant to be a thingamajig. This guy. And I need the blaze cake. So let's just chuck all of this in there and then power that guy. Perfect. Let's see how much we actually get from that experience. Solid experience, I could do this, which gives me a little bit more. I think that's all we're going to get though. So we have 11 chromatic compound and we have the shadow gem block. So we have this. If I do this and this. Oh, that's interesting. I thought this would be consumed. Oh, hi. Do you drop? Interesting. All right. So we have some bottles of enchanting from that, which is nice. Is the blaze thing still running? It is. So we might as well chuck this and that in there. That is not how. And then maybe I just want to do this, or do I have to consume it first? There we go. It gives me a few more. Not many more. Okay. 1, 2. Very nice. And then we should be able to make this, but we are very much over time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.